reason we watched this movie,
Yes.
is because your wife got into Sylvester Stallone.
She got really into Sylvester Stallone from her Summer of Action.
Yeah.
And her idea was, you guys should do like a scary movie with Sylvester Stallone in it.
Yeah.
Found one. There's a reason why nobody talks about this, we found out.
Yeah.
It's called I See.
I See You.
It's Stallone, he's a cop. He's going after this serial killer. Can't find the serial killer. The serial killer still kills his wife.
Yeah, serial killer finds him.
Finds him.
He sees you, but you don't see him.
And just he goes even into more of a drunk, I guess, and goes to this rehab center for cops out in the middle of, I guess, Alaska. I don't remember where it's at.
Yeah, so it's
This is like Wyoming or something, Montana.
Yeah.
So early on in the movie, like after the first killing, so the serial killer kills only cops.
Yeah.
But he calls the house after one of the cops is killed. It's one of Stallone's buddies. He's got him hanging. He's like hogtied hanging with he's been deep throated by a nightstick.
Yes.
Stallone's in there and they call. And he's like, do you remember me? And he's like, whoa. He's like, you were on remember the case you were on 4 years ago about the guy that was killing all the prostitutes?
You ruined my life.
I was cleaning up too.
Yeah, I was trying to clean out the garbage, and it's like, now I'm gonna clean you out. It's like, what? It was really dumb.
Like, keep him on the phone. Keep him going.
Trying to track him.
And and then Stallone's got this girl he's all into. He's gonna propose to her, but the guy then kills her.
Yeah.
And he falls into a deep drunken depression.
I think that was the best scene, was seeing Stallone all happy, like giddy happy at first.
About his ring?
Yes.
He's like, oh.
Yeah. Never seen that in
about
Stallone,
it.
ever.
No.
Giddy Stallone.
Yeah.
It's the name of my new punk band, Giddy Stallone. Oh shit, we should do these shots.
So we have Nick here, my brother. He watched the video with us.
He's trying to copy my look.
Yeah. Got a little fuzz going.
We brought him in on the worst movie.
That's what we do every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you missed last week.
Last week was bad.
You got
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. He's got a beer.
I thought the movie at first wrote a check that I was interested to catch. I felt like this might be a different angle of the Stallone.
Yeah.
I thought we might see something different, and it just wasn't.
I mean, you did get sensitive Stallone.
Yeah, for a second there, I really
Not badass
did,
Stallone.
Only till the end.
It felt like it did start to kind of just slowly slide into the standard issue Stallone. I felt like the intro gave me Saw vibes. I really felt like we were going to be drawn in.
Oh, the very beginning. Yeah, because he's on the killer's on the phone.
On
He's got
the
a
phone,
voice
it's showing
changer.
all sort of, he's talking about society and the cancer and everything. But
It's like the most bland speech ever.
yeah, typical nihilist stuff. But I just felt like that gave me the impression of something deeper and
Like
much
more
relevant.
serial killer.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this movie is like, you get a couple deaths at the beginning, you get kind of a little bit at the end, but it's like, there's a whole bunch of fucking nothing happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead space.
Yeah, there were. This movie had led me to believe, because in the genres it said slasher, it said horror.
Yeah.
Now,
Weak ass. Yeah.
At no point did I feel threatened, scared, any sort of tension. It was pretty plain.
Yeah, it's like the Thing. It's like wants to be the Thing, but with a serial killer, because it's the same kind of concept. Like it's not. I mean, it's not a science station at the Antarctic, the Antarctic, but
ex-military.
They do
base.
try to give the isolation feel.
it's an isolated rehab center, like out in the fucking mountains in the snow, which
in an ex-military compound too.
it's
just
the
to
most
set
depressing, gray, they treat it like a prison. This is my rehab prison.
Yeah. They lock down the people at one point.
It's so depressing, this place. This is where you're supposed to go get well. You're gonna go get well. You're gonna go and you're gonna sit with 10 other cops and you're gonna talk about the shitty stuff that happened. And my favorite part of this movie is they're having their group meeting. All the cops are gathered around.
Yeah.
Stallone's super depressed because his girl got killed and hanged and all this shit. And you just get this cop and he's sitting there and he's crying. And he's like, I'm looking at all the fingers and the hands and all the fingers and they're like rolling around. And some of them had paint on them still. It still had paint because when the bomb went off, they were still finger painted. It's like, he's fucking crying.
Yeah.
And then the T-1000.
Yeah, T-1000.
The T-1000 is like, you're a fucking pussy.
And we found out he was the pussy.
It's like, to me, that's the best. That and the very end.
Yeah.
But that cracked me up so much. When he's fucking crying about the paint with the fingers on the little kid's fingers.
Yeah.
Is there any scene that you guys like? What did you guys like in this movie?
My favorite scene was the Getty Stallone, and then at the end where Stallone kills the killer. Like, you finally see at least kind of some action for the 30 seconds.
Now, the very end was classic Stallone.
Very, like, we got to give the fans.
Remember Cliffhanger when he picks up the guy and he
shoves him up into the slide line.
Yeah. It was like that.
Yeah. Those are my favorite scenes. After that, everything else is just garbage.
And your wife was like, I'm just waiting for the action.
Oh, she was like, I'm waiting for the action to happen. She even messaged me on the way here. She's like, I'm sorry.
It's like,
it's not your fault you didn't know.
Well, we were all in.
She didn't film the movie.
It's the only supposed Stallone horror movie.
Yeah.
But it's
I
not
even
scary.
Horror.
It's not horror. It's more.
It's just like a murder mystery.
It wants to be a thriller, but it's really not because there's nothing really thrilling happening. It's a lot of these cops just in this big gray building, arguing with each other, crying.
Yeah, they're starting to cry.
There's nothing.
Yeah, and they're all going through withdrawals.
Yeah, but it's like you could do.
It didn't seem like very realistic at all. That didn't seem like that was really an angle that they got.
Yeah, I feel like this could have been done right. If you up the suspense, make the killer more interesting, make the killer do more things.
Oh yeah.
Make this you're in this isolated winter thing. Okay, make more shit happen. But it's just, oh man, I was just like fucking downing whiskey because I'm just like.
So for the viewers, this movie was made in like the late 90s. It got shelved because they knew it was bad.
Yeah.
And then somebody came across it a couple years later and said, put it on straight to VHS.
We know why.
And that's why they did that. Yeah. The only way you can watch this through IMDb.
And you've got great actors in this movie.
Yes.
Obviously, you got Stallone.
T-1000.
You got the T-1000. You got Chris Christopherson.
Yeah. The other dude, whoever Gibson was, I forgot his name. He's been in a lot of stuff.
There's a bunch of faces you recognize. You might not know their names, but they're people you'll recognize and be like, yeah, I've seen that guy before.
Yeah. They've done better work.
But it's like, something happened with this script. It was a good idea. I think it could have been a good movie, but it was just boring. It missed the mark completely all along the way. Is there any other detail we could give in this movie?
I feel like the film took on too many ideas and too many themes. Like with what you said about the writing, you could get by with a half believable story and a kind of nonsensical place for the story to take place. But you've got a million different themes and sub storylines that you're trying to follow, and then you put it over sort of the bland location and the half believable story. I feel like you just kind of get lost in the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like too much. They're following too many breadcrumbs.
And you've got fucking sad simp Stallone. 3 months out, crying over his girlfriend that died.
He's gonna get engaged.
Yeah, he didn't get there. He bought the ring.
He bought the ring.
Which he used to like escape from a room he walked into. He like unscrewed.
Don't cheap out on your rings, you know.
It's like,
Use the diamond to cut the seal, and then unscrewed it with the band.
I think Stallone can act. I know Stallone gets shit. I think Stallone's a good actor.
He can act. He got stuck with the action.
He's a victim of his writing.
But he was such a lame. He was so boring the whole time. He was just like limp-wristed, weepy, ineffectual.
Well, we all know why he was limp-wristed. Trying to commit suicide.
Oh yeah,
He did cut his wrist. He did go back to the house where his woman got murdered.
I assume somebody had already bought this house because when he bashes through the door,
the alarm
system goes off.
He doesn't make any effort to
don't put the code in or anything.
Well, he was planning to kill himself. So fuck it.
Yes, I mean it was empty.
Yeah.
I am going to go. This is not the worst movie I've ever seen.
No.
It did feel like a sci-fi channel kind of thing.
100%.
Without the funny monster.
If there was a male Lifetime channel, this would be on.
Right. I'm gonna give. Okay, we're on a 5-point scale. Five buckets
We're not doing the
being good.
beans, right? We're doing
Buckets. Five buckets is good. 0 is
bad.
Not good at all.
I'm gonna give this 2.
2.
I'm gonna give it a 2. It had some goofy moments. It had a couple of, like 2 action moments. And you know, it's Stallone. You can't hate Stallone all the way. I can't give Stallone 0.
I'm gonna have to give it a 1.
1.
Yeah. Yeah, it just felt very long and drawn out. Just going into this, like, I knew it said like slasher, but I still knew this was not going to be a slasher. And I said it before. I was like, I don't think it's going to be a slasher.
One person did get slashed technically at the end, so
But the slasher felt like an afterthought.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
they were just grabbing it categories.
Because the only thing the killer did, like, he would knock on the door and just drill a hole through the eye.
Yeah, he had this eye thing. He had this thing about eyes.
Well, they
never
made a big deal.
explained
They made a
why.
big deal about how he wasn't a repeat criminal and that he always did something different and that it was always something so drastic. But he did the eye drill hole.
But there was that point where Stallone and the nurse lady go into the morgue and they pull out one of the murder victims and he pulls the fucking eyelids
Yeah,
out.
the frozen eyelid.
And it says, I see you under the eyelids. Like, why is he obsessed
Anything
with
about
eyes?
the frozen island.
I thought he hated cops and prostitutes.
Yes.
What's the eye thing?
Yes. Why? I don't know.
Stupid. No
backstory.
no direction. Like no continuity in the killer.
No.
Made no
Story
fucking
at all, really.
score, sir.
2 buckets. It was tolerable. I've watched worse movies. I've been happier when other movies have ended more than I was happy when this one was, but I was
You're still happy.
still very glad it was over. I felt
You were
like
laying on the
I
floor,
was
face
on the
down.
floor
Poncho.
in the poncho, just ready to clock out, just ready for it to be over. But it wasn't totally intolerable. So 2. I give it 2 buckets. Won't watch it again.
Will not watch.
Not aggravated completely.
Not a
at the loss of
recommend
time.
unless you're like a Stallone completionist.
that's
Unless you
it.
want to go to bed. If you're having trouble going to sleep, this is
If
the
you're
film.
just like way into Stallone, like you beat off to Stallone every day.
But you want to see his vulnerable side.
Yeah, you want to see him have one tear that will not go down his cheek. It just hangs.
This looks
It's
like someone
because they gave a
sprayed
drop.
him.
Yeah, they got a dropper, and it's like hanging there. It's like,
He
His
can't
skin's so
actually
dry.
cry. He has no
oh, he
tear
can. He can. I mean, the end of Rambo.
Oh.
Have you ever seen the?
Time
Have you
that's
seen
come
the alternate ending of Rambo?
No, I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
It's if you buy a Rambo they have it in there, and if you get the Blu-ray,
This
it kills
is
him.
the first Rambo, right?
The very first
Yeah.
Rambo, when he's they're like in the gas station and he's crying to what's his face?
That's the one where he commits suicide, right?
The alternate ending, he kills
Yeah,
himself.
that's what it is. Yeah, I've always heard about it, but I've never
Yeah,
seen it. Yeah.
they filmed it too.
Yeah.
But even in the original, he's like, he's just crying. He's crying. And I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe he's crying. Stallone can cry because his whole face drips. It's not just his eyes. His face is dripping as he cries. He's got
Sweaty.
He's got a
sweaty
drippy
cry.
He's got a drippy. No, I mean just the structure of his face.
drips.
It just drips. His
Got that
face.
drip.
His face.
You're not
drips.
wrong. You're not
like
wrong.
a fucking Van Gogh painting. His face is dripping like
Surrealist art.
yeah. Good looking man.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
We should watch Judge Dredd. We should.
Yeah.
I am the law.
Rod?
We do like we gotta redeem Stallone. We gotta do like a Judge Dredd, Tango and Cash double header.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm down.
We'll do that.
All right, don't watch this movie. You heard it from us. I
Yeah.
see you. Don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
Don't
watch
see.
it.
Don't
awful.
see it.
Don't see me.
There's like only one place you can even watch it.
Yeah, if you have Amazon Prime or IMDb, that's the only place you can
With
watch
ads.
it. With ads. That's the only, besides finding it somewhere to buy it. I don't know why you'd want to buy it.
Don't
No.
ever buy it.
Yeah.
No.
Just watch Cliffhanger and then watch The Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch those movies.
Maybe
Yeah.
saw one.
Cut those two.
Cut those two together, and you'll have a better
story.
movie.
Yeah, better story. Oh. Just there trying to find money on a plane while these aliens are just becoming a person
Becoming.
and a dog. And whatever else it could be.
Money on a plane? Cliffhanger. Oh, Cliffhanger. For some reason, my mind went back to Judge Dredd. You're right. You're right. The money fell out of the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's it.
That's it.
No more popcorn.